Do you ever ponder on the nature of good and evil? Have you ever encountered a situation where you had to decide between doing something good or evil? Now let's delve into the psychological perspective of these concepts. You see, the lines of good and evil are often blurred, and they're heavily influenced by the moral and ethical standards we adhere to. These standards aren't just personal, they're shaped by the society we live in, by the norms we follow, and by the beliefs we hold dear. Think about it. What you consider good might be perceived as evil in another culture or vice versa. This disparity is not just fascinating, but it's also crucial in understanding how we react to different situations. So what happens when we're faced with evil? Is there a way to counteract it with good? Well, let's explore this further. Understanding the nature of good and evil can shape how we react to different situations. But what happens when we encounter evil? Is there a way to counteract it with good? If you liked what you have seen so far, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel so you won't miss any of our future videos. Consider the infamous Stanford Prison Experiment, a chilling exploration into the depths of human nature. This psychological study, conducted by Philip Zimbardo in 1971, sought to examine the impact of perceived power, focusing on the struggle between prisoners and prison officers. The experiment involved 24 participants, randomly assigned to play the role of either a prisoner or a guard in a mock prison environment created in the basement of the Stanford University Psychology building. The experiment was intended to last 2 weeks, but was terminated after just 6 days due to the disturbing behavior exhibited by the participants. The guards quickly embraced their roles, imposing authoritarian measures and subjecting the prisoners to psychological torture, including humiliation, solitary confinement, and deprivation of basic rights. On the flip side, the prisoners, initially resisting the harsh treatment, gradually succumbed to feelings of helplessness and accepted the abuse. What makes this experiment particularly chilling is the fact that these were ordinary individuals who had shown no previous signs of such behavior. This transformation from good to evil was driven purely by the circumstances they found themselves in, demonstrating the potential for evil in any individual under certain conditions. This is often referred to as the Lucifer effect, named after the biblical story of Lucifer, an angel who became the devil. The Stanford Prison Experiment raises uncomfortable questions about the nature of good and evil. It challenges the comforting belief that we are inherently good or evil, suggesting instead that our behavior can be significantly influenced by the roles and expectations imposed upon us. As alarming as the Stanford Prison Experiment may be, it serves as a stark reminder of the complexity of human nature. But can we harness this knowledge to counteract evil? Psychology offers us tools to counteract evil, and they are simpler than you might think. Central to these tools are empathy, compassion, and understanding. Let's take a closer look at these principles. Empathy is the ability to feel what another person is feeling. It's like stepping into their shoes and experiencing their emotions. When we empathize with someone, we're less likely to harm them and more likely to help. This simple act can help diffuse tension and conflict, turning a potentially evil situation into a moment of connection. Compassion, on the other hand, goes a step further. It's not just understanding another's pain, but wanting to alleviate it. When faced with evil, our instinct might be to fight back. But responding with compassion can often be more effective. It's a way of saying, "I see your pain and I want to help," which can disarm hostility and promote understanding. Understanding is the key that unlocks empathy and compassion. It requires us to look beyond surface-level actions and see the person underneath. It's about recognizing that everyone has their own struggles and that these struggles can sometimes manifest as evil behavior. Imagine applying these principles in your everyday life. You might respond to a rude coworker with empathy, understanding their stress instead of reacting negatively. You might show compassion to a struggling friend, offering support instead of judgment. By understanding and applying these principles, we can create a ripple effect of goodness that can counteract the presence of evil. In conclusion, the battle between good and evil is not just a philosophical dilemma, but a psychological one. We've explored the nature of good and evil, learned from the Stanford Prison Experiment, and shed light on psychological strategies to counteract evil. These tools remind us that we're not powerless in the face of adversity. While we cannot eliminate evil, we have the power to counteract it with good. Remember, every act of kindness, however small, contributes to a larger wave of positivity. Before we move on to our next chapter, let's take a moment to reflect. We've delved deep into the nature of good and evil and how it impacts our behavior, but we're interested to hear your thoughts. Have you ever encountered a situation where you had to make a choice between good and evil? How did you react? And more importantly, how did it make you feel? We're all in this journey together, learning and growing, so let's continue the conversation in the comment section below. Moreover, if you found value in this video, consider sharing it with your friends and family. By doing so, you'll be contributing to that wave of positivity we talked about earlier. Remember, every act counts, and your act of sharing this video might inspire someone to choose good over evil. So let's keep the conversation going, let's keep learning, and let's keep spreading positivity. We're eager to hear your stories, thoughts, and questions. Comment below, share this video, and let's make a difference, one act at a time. If you found this content valuable, I encourage you to like, subscribe, and share this video. Before we wrap up, we would like to extend an invitation to further your learning and understanding. We have another video that you might find quite interesting. You will learn about how age affects what scares us. Click on the video thumbnail that's on the screen right now to watch the video. Thanks for watching, and remember, your learning journey doesn't end here.